Welcome to had6 channel. In this video, we will look into imperfect. 15 adjectives with similar meanings will be reviewed in example sentences. Let's get started. Number 1. Defective, which means imperfect or faulty. Defective. For example, a defective seatbelt. Number 2. Deficient, which means insufficient or inadequate. Deficient. For example, on all levels, this is deficient leadership. Number 3. Second-rate, which means of mediocre or inferior quality. Second-rate. For example, he replied tetchily that he never made second-rate films. Number 4. Wanting, which means lacking in a required or necessary quality. Wanting. For example, they weren't wanting in confidence. Number 5. Partial, which means existing only in part. Partial. For example, a question to which we have only partial answers. Number 6. Cracked, which means damaged and showing lines on the surface from having split without coming apart. Cracked. For example, the old pipes were cracked and leaking. Number 7. Ropey, which means of poor quality. Ropey. For example, a portrait by a pretty ropey artist. Number 8. Duff, which means of very poor quality. Duff. For example, Duff lyrics. Number 9. Crummy, which means dirty, unpleasant, or of poor quality. Crummy. For example, a crummy little flat in Stoke Newington. Number 10. Broken, which means of a language spoken falteringly and with many mistakes, as by a foreigner. Broken. For example, a young man talking in broken Italian. Number 11. Unfinished, which means incomplete. Unfinished. For example, her last novel is unfinished. Number 12. Inferior, which means of low standard or quality. Inferior. For example, inferior goods. Number 13. Incomplete. Which means not having all the necessary or appropriate parts. Incomplete. For example, incomplete carvings of cattle. Number 14. Unfit. Which means of a person not in good physical condition, typically as a result of failure to take regular exercise. Unfit. For example, the increase in the number of unfit and overweight children is alarming. If you liked the video, please do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe for similar videos.